Giants may be legendary mythological beings, but they aren't so far-fetched. Real individuals exist of equally amazing size and strength. Get ready to be amazed by these top 10 real-life giants. Amazing! Number 10. Andre the Giant. Here's one of the most well-known giants in pop culture. Born in France, Andre the Giant became famous for being a wrestler in the 70s and 80s. After that, Andre went on to become an actor. His most famous role was as Fezzik in The Princess Bride. The WWE billed Andre at 7 feet and 4 inches tall and 235 kilos, or 518 pounds heavy. Although reports on his actual size vary, it is undisputed, however, that he was far taller than most. Here, you can see the monstrous size of his hands as he holds a 12-ounce can of beer, and this photo hasn't been altered in any way. Andre was also coined by his friends as the greatest drunk on Earth. He earned the title after drinking 40 liters of beer in one sitting. As a matter of fact, Andre was followed by an undercover cop whenever he went out for drinks. That's because one time, he drunkenly fell asleep on top of somebody. The police wanted to make sure it wouldn't happen again. Imagine how scared the person would have been being crushed by this snoring giant. Number 9. Hathor Julius Björnsson. Game of Thrones fans will recognize this guy. He plays Sir Gregor Clegane, nicknamed the Mountain. A fitting nickname for sure. From Iceland, Hathor is 6'9" and weighs a whopping 400 pounds. What most people don't know is that he wasn't always strong like this. Hathor actually started as a basketball player and looked quite different back then. However, his career was cut short after a severe knee injury. That's when he decided to become a strongman. Now, Hathor is so strong he can deadlift 990 pounds. He's taken part in several strongman competitions and won countless titles over the years. In 2017, he even won second place at the World's Strongest Man competition. If he keeps it up like this, he'll probably grab the title soon. If you're wondering why on earth someone called the Mountain is only placed at rank 9 in this video, then obviously you need to stick around till the end. Number 8. Hongman Choi. Hongman Choi is a giant South Korean with many skills. First of all, he's a kickboxer and MMA fighter. Choi is 7'2" and weighs 331 pounds. Imagine having to fight against this giant. One of his opponents actually had this to say: "He's dangerous. His knees are already almost at the level of my head. He's not human." His nickname was Techno Goliath because he would dance to techno music after every victory. But that's just one side of Choi. He also has a very different line of work. He's a singer. In 2007, he formed a pop duo with a Korean supermodel named Kang Soo-hee. The duo is called Beauty and the Beast. While it isn't the most flattering name for Choi, it's sort of accurate. Choi is a famous celebrity in South Korea and has endorsed many products over the years. He's definitely making the most out of his gigantic height. Number 7. Olivia Richards. Olivia Richards has the unique distinction of being one of the tallest bodybuilders ever. He's freakishly tall and incredibly strong. Known as the Dutch Giant, he's 7'2" and weighs over 310 pounds. To put his gigantic size into perspective, Olivia constantly towers over other notoriously huge bodybuilders. For example, this photo with Martin Ford. Martin Ford is already really tall at 6'8", yet you can see how much taller Olivia is. Olivia actually often shares his journey to improve his body on Instagram. What's even more incredible is that he had to overcome a birth defect. Olivia was born with pectus excavatum. It's a deformity on the wall of his chest that made his heart 20% smaller than it should have been. He went through surgery to get it fixed, which wasn't easy, because he had to have 10 of his ribs broken. Olivia has plans to become an actor, but at present, he owns a meat company in the Netherlands. That's a pretty good line of business for a bodybuilder. He has easy access to all the protein he needs. Number 6. Yao Ming. Yao Ming is a retired basketball player. I guess being a basketball player is a pretty obvious profession if you're a giant. Yao Ming is 7'9", and by the time of his final season, he was the tallest active player in the NBA, which is saying a lot. Imagine being so tall you make NBA players feel small. Born in China, basketball runs in Yao's family. Both his parents were players as well. He started his career in China, playing for the Shanghai Sharks, but eventually he made his way into the NBA. In 2002, Yao Ming started playing for the Houston Rockets and then retired in 2011 because of several injuries to his feet and knees. During his prime, Yao was a famous athlete worldwide, probably the most famous in China, with several huge sponsorship deals throughout his career. There's even a documentary about him called The Year of the Yao. It was about his rookie year in the NBA. When he went back to China, Yao Ming actually bought his former team, the Shanghai Sharks. Now that's truly living like a baller. Number 5. Yao Defen. Yao Defen is the only woman in this list. She actually held the Guinness World Record for being the tallest woman alive. She stood at 7 feet and 8 inches tall. Her unbelievable size was the result of a tumor in her pituitary gland, as it caused her to never actually stop growing. When she was just 11 years old, she was about 6 foot 2 inches tall. Unfortunately, she was born to a poor family and never got proper medical care. Yao Defen became famous for being a giant and would tour with her father. It was only after the Guinness World Records were notified about her that she became famous throughout the world. Many documentaries were made about her and her condition. She was even visited by the tallest man in China, Zhang Zhongkai, after she suffered a fall and was hospitalized. Number 4. Sultan Kosin. Sultan Kosin holds the title for the tallest man alive, towering at over 8 foot 4 inches. No one seems to be even close to his height. In fact, Sultan is so tall that he needs crutches to walk. Sultan's growth didn't start until he was 10 years old, and it only stopped when he was 28. That's because he finally received the treatment that he needed to stop growing. Sultan says the advantage of being this tall is that he can easily help his family with domestic tasks, like changing light bulbs. However, the disadvantages are not being able to find clothes that fit him and not being able to fit into an average-sized car. Sultan is a part of the Magic Circus of Samoa and performs in various shows throughout the world. In 2013, Sultan actually got married. He's almost 3 feet taller than his wife, who is 5 foot 8. But the biggest problem between them isn't height, it's communication. That's because they speak different languages. Sultan speaks Kurdish and Turkish, while his wife only speaks Arabic. But hey, love is all about overcoming obstacles, right? Number 3. Denis Siplenkov. Denis Siplenkov is a 35-year-old Ukrainian bodybuilder and arm wrestling champion. He stands at 6 foot 1 inches tall and weighs around 308 pounds of pure muscle. But what truly makes him stand out is his abnormal-sized hands. They are so big, many people think his pictures are photoshopped. Rest assured, they are not. His wrists measure at an insane 9.5 inches thick, and his biceps are 25 inches in circumference. Without a doubt, these features helped him win several international arm wrestling competitions. Watch this video of him easily crushing walnuts with his bare hands. That's enough to strike fear into anyone's heart, or nuts. Number 2. Sahad Aribi. Sahad Aribi is known on the internet as the Iranian Hulk or the Persian Hercules. It's not hard to figure out why. This 25-year-old Iranian man weighs around 340 pounds, standing at 6 foot 2 inches tall. His upper body is close to the size of a giant redwood tree. This real-life Hulk can also lift up to 386 pounds. He went viral after people discovered his Instagram page. In his page, Aribi displays his impressive size. He also can be seen holding normal, everyday objects that put in perspective just how massive he is. In 2016, he joined the Iranian army to fight against ISIS. Can you imagine how scared those degenerates must have felt when they saw this gigantic Hulk coming for them? But Aribi also has other aspirations. In one of his posts, he mentioned he would like to be a professional wrestler. Who knows, maybe he's the next person to follow Andre the Giant's massive footsteps. Before I reveal the most outrageous example in this list, I'd like to remind you to subscribe to Be Amazed. We upload amazing fact-filled videos every day, so don't miss out on learning some amazing new information. Also, hit that bell icon for notifications on more amazing fact-filled videos. Number 1. Robert Wadlow. Robert Wadlow is the tallest man in recorded history. Born in Alton, Illinois in 1918, he was also known as the Giant of Illinois, or the Alton Giant. Robert Wadlow reached the incredible height of 8 foot 11 inches tall. Throughout his life, Wadlow's size was his most impressive feature. By the time he was 8, he was already taller than his father, who was 5 foot 11. When he graduated high school, he was 8 foot 4. Robert also weighed close to 490 pounds. His condition made his life harder, for instance, causing him to have a lack of sensation in his feet. Wadlow actually became famous after touring the United States with the Ringling Brothers Circus. Also impressive was the huge size of his shoes. Wadlow wore a size 37 AA shoes, which were custom made for him. Nowadays, his shoes are displayed in museums. The Alton giant passed away when he was only 22 because of an infection in his leg. His coffin required 12 pallbearers to carry. To this day, many tributes have been made in Wadlow's name, who is also known as the Gentle Giant, including a life-size statue of him in his hometown. Which giant impressed you the most? Do you think Wadlow's record will ever be beaten? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.